What is up, everybody? Two Boys and Some Bricks here, back with another LEGO Star Wars 2020 set review. This is set number 75292, the Razor Crest. Has 1,023 pieces, is recommended for ages 10 and up, and is going to cost you about $130 in the US. Now, this set is still on store shelves. It's a very popular set by far. It is from the Mandalorian show on Disney Plus, and you've got the Mandalorian on the box art, Mandalorian logo, and a fairly big box. I mean, humongous. You've got the child, or Baby Yoda, the Mandalorian, Grief Karga, IG-11, and the Scout Trooper. And on the front of the box, you can see the Mandalorian holding Baby Yoda in the cockpit. And the Baby Yoda is just adorable. I'm very happy they made a figure of Baby Yoda. And on the back, you can see play it in Skywalker Saga game, which is the new game coming out in 2021. They're showing off some of the features. There's storage for your weapons, an escape pod, a bed, and carbonite figures. Yes, new carbonite figures. Those are sticker, but we'll get to those a little later. But here they're just showcasing all of the features of the set. And very nice box. They've got the standard Mandalorian planet that everything happens on. And the box is very large. If you have the 20th anniversary Slave 1 or any boxes around that size, that's how big this box is. So we've gotten through the box. Let's get down to the figures. And here we have the very normal, very classic Mandalorian figure, and you couldn't have the Razor Crest without the Mandalorian. I have seen a lot of people complaining that he doesn't have Beskar armor. It's not a huge deal to me. It's still the Mandalorian and the first Mandalorian figure I've ever gotten. And you've got the weird disintegration rifle there. One of those new, skinnier, gray capes. And you've got the little sash across the side with his bullets and everything. And on the back, you can flip up his cape. You see the rest of it on the back. And his Beskar armor missing. Not a huge deal to me. Very nice figure. You've got the Beskar helmet, though, which is very nice looking. And we do not have a human face. No Pedro Pascal face. Just a normal black minifigure head. So, other than that, very nice Mandalorian. I love this figure, and he goes very well with Baby Yoda, the next figure. And here we have the very small, very cute Baby Yoda minifigure. And you may not be able to tell on film, but his head is smaller than a pea. I will say that. It's a very detailed figure, too. He doesn't have movable arms. It's just the standard Lego City baby figure. But he has a custom sort of rubberized head. So it's very nice. The robe printing is adorable as well. He does look a little fat from the side, but who's looking at Baby Yoda from the side in display? But nothing on the back because it's just a little baby figure. But his head is not plastic. It's a sort of rubberized material. And his head does come off. And it's like the lightsaber shaft size. So you can turn his head from side to side. And for some of you mock builders, you can turn his head and make him looking up. So, very cute figure. I'm very excited to have him in my collection. It's adorable. Can't wait to have him on display. So, let's move on to Grief Karga. And here we have Grief Karga. And he has those two little pistols from the box art. I thought they were two different pistols because they've been making gunmetal gray guns with the new Clone Wars sets, specifically the AAT. And I thought from all of the pictures on Lego that this pistol here was gunmetal gray. but turns out none of the pistols are gunmetal gray. But he's got a very nice face, all dark red except for his sleeves. I would have liked it if they added a little bit of printing on his legs, but they didn't do that. He does have printing on his back though, and he's got that hair, very nice hair mold. I've never seen that before. Some of you guys may have, but I have not. And you've got the little smile face on this side, and on the other side you have just the angry face for when he's confronting the Mandalorian in episode 3. And it's a very nice figure. I didn't actually expect them to put him into the Razor Crest, but lo and behold, here he is in the Razor Crest, and it's a nicer figure than I thought. So, let's move on to the dreaded Scout Trooper. Here we have the very fine, very cool looking Scout Trooper. I don't know if you guys have been getting newer Scout Troopers, but this is my first new Scout Trooper, and my first look, he's got printing all over him. It's much like the Darth Vader from the Bespin Duel set. So, he's got printing on his legs that even connects up to his torso. Just a full white figure, but I wasn't able to tell he was all white because of all that printing. And he's got black arms, which is something I haven't seen before. It's new to me. And he's got that really cool new Scout Trooper helmet. It's got some printing on the back and his little pistol. And luckily, if you guys have seen in the 501st Battle Pack, they have newer, better clone heads. And they've just been using angry clone faces for the stormtroopers and the clones. And I was worried that because of the skin that I saw underneath, it would be an angry clone face. But I built him, and it's not. So they've been using just random different heads for stormtroopers, which I really like. I really do appreciate that LEGO put in the time to do that, just to give the stormtroopers random heads. So this is a really nice Scout Trooper. I might actually end up putting him in a display case because I think he looks so nice. Because I have the 2011 version. That's the latest version I had, except for this guy. So, very nice figure. Now, we'll move on to the final figure. And last but not least, we have IG-11. And he is way taller than most figures. I'm not able to keep him on screen, but there's his head. And I've heard that it's an exclusive print for the head. I do not know for sure. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments. There we go. And we've got all gray body. He's got 2 guns, 1 normal blaster in his hand, on his back, a full sniper rifle there. And he's got a nice clip on his back. Very nice design. They like to stick with the same design for all these droids. But I like the IG-11. It's my first bounty hunter droid that I've gotten in a while. So it's nice to see these newer printed heads. It looks really nice. So I've gotten the figures out of the way. Let's get on to the real deal. And here we have the actual Razor Crest. And it's a very, very nice build, great display piece. And it's a very big build, though. You wouldn't expect it for a 1,023 piece set, minus the minifigures, but it's pretty huge. Like, I can just try and fit my hands around it. It's huge. I have to spread my hands all around, but it's also very sturdy. These pieces, I can just not gonna fall off. Very strong. The engines are also very strong too. I can lift them up by the engines. Very strong as well. You've got the standard spring-loaded shooters, and all you do is you press down on this grill here. They pop right out. Then you press it back in, and the little hinges go straight back up. very nice. And then here you have the guns on the front, and then the cockpit. You've got 2 seats there, so you can fit 2 figures, and you can put in the figure of your choice. We'll start with the Mandalorian here, and you just place him in there, and then you put Baby Yoda on his hand and close it all up, and it looks adorable. I love it this way. This is probably how I'm going to be displaying it. Looks so good. And you've got a second seat in the back for an extra character, but once you take this cockpit off, it enables you to lift down this piece here, and you can add their accessories to the back here on these clips. But I've been having problems where when you try to lift up the accessories off of the clips, the plate breaks off. But if you're just using a small accessory, then it's not a huge deal. But you can, and on the same side, you have a same gun, but no blaster bolts on this side. You just have a bed for the Mandalorian, but you can ruin the cape by lying him down in it. So you can just I'll place the Scout Trooper in, for example, and he fits in there quite nicely. And going back onto the top here, you have these grills here, the tip of it, and then the spring-loaded shooters. And then here you pull on these, you have an escape pod, and it's got the little engines on the sides here. It's a very nice escape pod for a mini build. And then you just pop off the top, put your figure on there, close it up, and they can escape. And you'll see their head poking out right there. But then once you take it out, I've found, this isn't meant, but this red piece here, if you stick your fingers in front and then hook them, you actually have a carrying handle for the set. So, very nice. That's how I carry my set around. And then you just place the escape pod back in there, and nobody knows. And then back at the bottom here, we can lift this up, and you'll see that there is a door here, a door to the inside, and that's the door that they would use in the show. However, you can just flip down the entire side if you prefer. And it's very spacious interior, I will say. However, IG-11, you will have to crouch down because he's a bit too tall to fit in there. But very nice interior. And then on the other side, there's carbonite. So we'll flip this around, and then on the back of the set here, you can see there is a trap door that opens up, and that's where you can load them up. And on the other side, you can just fold the other side down, exact same as the other side, except you can pull out carbonite characters from the first episode. Now these are stickers, as you may be able to tell with the glare, but you've got tiles on the top. I love these carbonite figures. It's been a while since Lego's made any carbonite character other than Han Solo. So you've got you've got the blue guy that the Mandalorian puts in carbonite in the first episode, and then this other guy who they never mentioned but was just in carbonite. So they actually slide in very nicely here. You just place them in between here, and they've got a stopper so they don't slide out the other side. And you slide them in, and they look very, very nice. I mean, then you fold it all up, and then you're ready to go. I mean, if you can bring this basically anywhere you want. You can bring it to your friend's house, your grandpa's house, your new house. You can even put it in an Amazon box. And then on the underside here, you'll find some skis or landing gear here. You've got 3 little landing gear that are connected with inverted Technic pins, or holders, I should say. And at the back, you've got just some orange inverted tiles to represent the thrust coming backwards. And the angles are achieved quite nicely on this set. If you just look at it as a whole, it's very nice. They've got the angles on the back here. They use a lot of Technic and hinges in this set to make it work. So, should you buy the Mandalorian Razor Crest? It depends upon why you're buying it. If you're buying it for the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, and the ship, just the ship as a whole, yes, I would recommend this for $130 if you've got the money. But if you're buying this only for the Baby Yoda figure, I would try to buy the figure. Or you could just wait a couple months and they'll come out with the Baby Yoda buildable figure, which will have the Baby Yoda figure in it. So, if you've got the money, I would say yes, unless you want just the Baby Yoda. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.